Welcome to MojoPlays, and even though we don't get nearly as many as we used to, there are some wonderful games that prove the 3D platformer genre is alive and well. These are the best the genre has to offer, released from 2014 to 2024. We'll only be including games where platforming is the main focus, so you won't find Ratchet Clank here, as it's more of a third-person shooter.
You think a crushing defeat is all it takes to stop me? I mean, yes. Well, think again!
But before we get into it, we publish new content all week long. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. New Super Lucky's Tale.
Huh? Whoa!
While the original version from 2017 was a bit of a letdown, the expanded new Super Lucky's Tale fixed most of the issues and was a genuine delight. It follows the fox, Lucky, who journeys to different worlds inside the Book of Ages to protect them from a group of villains called the Kitty Litter. Clearly inspired by the multitude of 3D platformers of the late 90s and early 2000s, the game isn't exactly the most original, nor is it that challenging. But as a love letter to those types of games, there are definitely worse options to choose from. Each world is bursting with joy and life, able to bring a smile to anyone who grew up playing games like Banjo-Kazooie. Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Well, you're just adorable. That's why I saved you for last.
Branching out of the Little Big Planet series, Sackboy: A Big Adventure took the adorable mascot on a grander adventure. Just like the original games, Sackboy's levels feature wonderful designs that highlight the homemade craft aesthetic. Although its mechanics and gameplay are a bit too simplistic, certain levels introduce their own unique spins, keeping things fresh. And we still never grew tired of how lovingly put together every single level was. Seriously, any random stage has just as much charm packed into it as the last. That's not to mention a pretty great soundtrack, the appeal of co-op, and a ton of great outfits, both original and based on several PlayStation IPs. A Hat in Time.
You grabbed there. Are you collecting them? Because I know where there's more of them.
Considering this game's Kickstarter doubled its fundraising goals in just 2 days, A Hat in Time proves players want to see 3D platformers return to their former glory. And it definitely made good on its promises. As the appropriately named Hat Kid, you must track down your lost timepieces in order to return to your home. It was specifically designed to pay homage to old-school collectathons. And as you play, you can craft new hats, which give you new abilities. It wears its inspirations on its sleeves, but has just enough unique elements to stand on its own. In fact, it would have fit right at home during the genre's heyday.
Whoa! What? Did you know about this?
Sonic Frontiers. With Frontiers, Sega took Sonic the Hedgehog into the open-world format for the first time. And while we'd say many franchises do that without needing to, it worked out surprisingly well here. With Sonic's immense speed at our fingertips, the open-ended design allowed for us to rush across beautiful landscapes with almost nothing to stop us. It was as freeing an experience Sonic fans could have hoped for, while still including big obstacle courses to zoom through. Additionally, the soundtrack is incredible, from the lovely orchestral pieces that accompany various parts of the overworld to the absolutely kick-ass boss themes. Speaking of which, fights against these behemoths are pure spectacle, and some of the best the series has ever seen. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. After being sucked into a new world, Kirby must brave what looks to be a post-apocalyptic landscape in order to rescue the Waddle Dees. Although the post-apocalyptic angle has been done to death, Nintendo found a new, utterly cute way to look at it through the lens of Kirby. The Forgotten Land does what Kirby does best, but just transitions him into a full 3D environment for the first time. Fan favorite copy abilities return, now upgradable for more oomph. And the mouthful mode, which allows him to swallow and even control giant objects, makes for some stellar sequences that are always a blast. Co-op could have been better. Bandana Waddle Dee isn't nearly as fun to control as Kirby, but it's still a very joyful game. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. After his original trilogy was given an upgrade, Crash Bandicoot came back strong with a brand new game. Developer Toys for Bob did a phenomenal job, blending Crash's signature difficult style with several modern advancements and some extremely fun mechanics, courtesy of 4 magical masks. It was also great to take control of some side characters for their own gameplay styles, but the true joy lied in playing as Crash and Coco. Whether the masks allowed you to slow down time, reverse gravity, phase objects in and out of existence, or glide for extra big jumps, their sections all made us itch with excitement. That's the mark of a great platformer.
Oh good! You've arrived! And now for your reward!
Psychonauts 2.
Oh, it will be so nice to have a couple of spare kidneys around the house.
It's just a mental baby. It's just a mental baby.
The original Psychonauts, while a poor seller initially, gained acclaim for its wildly inventive level designs and pleasantly kooky characters. Released 16 years later, the sequel expanded on everything that made it great. We once again control Raz Rasputin, who enters the damaged psyches of several characters, using different psychic abilities to navigate them. There is so much humor, love, and creativity jam-packed into this game. It's also unapologetically strange and, at times, can even be a bit dark. For example, one level is inside the mind of an alcoholic, and some frequently occurring enemies include regrets, which try to crush you with weights, and enablers, which stop other enemies from taking damage. You won't see Mario tackling that type of subject matter.
Ah, dang it!
I'm so sorry, Doctor.
Ah, well, it can't be helped. Some patients are just bad luck.
It Takes Two.
No! I will help you fix your relationship. Chapter 1! Fix your relationship!
We may be cheating a bit with this pick, as It Takes Two features gameplay that pulls from a variety of genres, but its foundation is still that of a 3D action platformer. On the verge of divorce and turned into dolls by their daughter's magical wish, feuding parents Cody and May must navigate their home, and eventually their memories, as a way to return to normal. The story is undeniably heartfelt and, at times, hilarious, reminding the two why they fell in love as it progresses. But it is also an absolute joy to play. The game is built around co-op, with every level introducing a new mechanic for both characters and requiring players to solve puzzles and navigate obstacles through teamwork.
Not just a wooden face, May.
Oh, yeah, very funny.
Astrobot. After providing an excellent tech demo for the PS5's DualSense controller and Astro's Playroom, the adorable little bot was given a full game to shine in. And Astrobot is pure, unadulterated joy. As nearly everyone has already said, it's impossible to navigate its levels without a big, wide grin spread across your face. That's due to the ever-changing mechanics that work perfectly within its level design, such as turning Astro into a sponge so he can increase his size by sucking up water, or the simple silliness of a jetpack chicken. The joy doubles for those who have stuck with PlayStation over the years, as there are plenty of bot-themed cameos, some of which get their own specific stages. By the way, how great is that Uncharted level? Super Mario Odyssey. While 3D platformers have become less frequent over the years, the king has never been affected. Super Mario Odyssey is one of several things that made the Switch's first year a resounding success. It took Mario on a globe-trotting adventure, showcasing some of the best level design the series has ever seen. From the Mexico-inspired Tostarena to the sprawling metropolis of New Donk City to the land of everything food, Mount Volbono. It's a flood of serotonin in video game form. Plus, Cappy is one of the best additions to any Mario game, able to let us possess different enemies and objects for a variety of satisfying gameplay hooks. There's not a single aspect of this game that isn't Nintendo at its very best. What has been your favorite 3D platformer of the modern era?
A sack person of true potential. Someone like you.
Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great gaming videos every day.